ladies, and gentlemen. This is Amber coming to you with the FRAG View, coming to you with another video review. And today we are going to get into, honey, we are going to get into my scent of the day story. Okay, so if you are interested in a little bit of a story time, just keep watching. Hello, family. Welcome back. Hey, welcome back, family. Hey, and if you're new to this channel, my name is Amber, and on this channel, we review fragrances and body care, and we sip a little tea from here and there. Your sis may go left, but that's okay. Just subscribe, give me a thumbs up, comment down below. Would love to get to know you and meet you. And hey, family, hey, I hope you all are doing well. Hey, new family, I see y'all. I hope you all are doing really well. Well, let's get right into it, honey. Y'all know I like a good story time. And you know, she paraphrases and she do a lot. Welcome. Okay? Well, let's get into it. I had to come on to, honey, I had to tell my fam about this scent. This was on my tray, and when I tell you, now you see my face, so you already know how the story goes. But let's talk about sugar leather. Honey, now I know the girlies are talking about, and this is from Nuit. Nuit. We're gonna go with that, okay? But anyway, sugar leather. Girlies were talking about this, and it was just all the hype, and I'm like, oh gosh, like, should I get it? Should I not? And I'm like going back and forth. And obviously I have it in my collection, so I really wanted to try and test and see what is everybody talking about, okay? So when I say I put this on my body, and those that know, cool, but those that don't, I work from home, and so when I test things, like, okay, the environment is my environment, okay? So I'm not outside, I'm not dousing in, like, so put that in your mind, okay? So I did not get to wear this outside, so I don't know about the compliments as of yet. But I'm going to tell you what I think the compliment's about to be, because I'm going to. You hear? So let's talk about it. You all, when I tell you sugar leather, first put it on. At first, just getting a whiff of it, okay? I thought about apple cider, okay? First thing that came to mind was apple cider. Now, I'm not a huge fan of apple cider, right? I'm also not a beer drinker. So let's get into that moment too. So I'm not a beer drinker, but I have been in moments and in rooms and in settings where I've been in like beer houses for whatever reason, because the friends wanted to go. So I've been in places where they like sell a lot of beer, and normally, like, again, because I'm not a beer drinker, I never knew that you could get like an apple cider beer. Maybe that's what it's called. I don't even know, but you can get a form of apple cider. And so normally if I'm in those settings, it's kind of where I lean towards, okay? Anyway, all that to say, I really am not the hugest fan of apple cider, just the drink itself. But when I first put this on, that's immediate what I got, apple cider. And it took me to this season. It took me to the fall season, right? On, like, sitting on my porch, having the apple cider, whether it's cold or hot or however you're having it, right? And I'm thinking, like, I can see me, like, watching, I don't have kids, plural, okay? But I can see me watching my daughter, like, playing outside, or, you know, just that setting of fall and leaves falling down and just the whole essence of, like, a fall vibe. Like, I don't even know if I'm getting you all there with the picture, but, like, me sitting on a porch, you know, in my little rocking chair, whatever, like, I can see that setting with this fragrance. All that to say, this is, to me, the essence of what fall season is without this heavy potpourri running through the forest, like without that heavy kind of wood scent. When I tell you, this is such a beautiful, beautiful fragrance that I would highly recommend you get this and add it to your collection. If you like a good, again, apple cider, like an apple juice type of fragrance, but a little bit like a light woods. When I tell you, this is so good, and I put it all over my body and it lasts all day. And when I'm telling you, I did not even get sick of the apple cider, because again, I'm not like an apple cider drinker, but I did not get sick of the smell. Okay, as I kept wearing this, other things that popped into my mind that gave me vibes of this fragrance, right, was our lovely, okay, I feel like she's the princess of fall, okay, and that is Apple Share by Kilian, right? A lot of people talk about this fragrance, and when I think of this fragrance, when I smell this fragrance, it definitely gives me this dessert apple pie type of fragrance. Oh, which is so good. So this gives you a more like a sweeter, again, apple pie scent. To me, this gives you definitely a sweet scent, but not as sweet as an apple pie. So all that to say, if you're not into like a heavy gourmand, or you're like, sis, I like sweet, but I don't like to smell like food, this is so good. I mean, this is amazing. Highly recommended. Okay, this is amazing. But if you enjoy this, you would literally have to tell me why. You would literally have to sit at this table and tell me why you do not vibe with this. Because if you vibe with this, I'm thinking you're going to vibe with this, right? Taking it a step further, going over to the Middle Eastern fragrance world, if you like Khamrah, okay, and this is by Lattafa, if you vibe with this fragrance, right? And again, like these, some people compare it like, you know, they're one and the same, they're dupes. I don't actually think that they're dupes, but I can see where you're going with it, right? But very close, the same vibe, right? But, but to me, this leans a little bit more on the, how can I say, maybe the fresh side of fall. If that makes sense, like the fresh side of apple cider fall. And if you have this, maybe you can vibe with me. Like, I feel like I am like a breeze just went through. Like, I'm sitting on the porch, I'm watching my daughter. Like, I feel like with the fall, you know, put me there in the fall season, the fall vibe. I feel like a breeze just went through to get this. Like, I feel like it's such a fresh type of fall apple cider pie type of fragrance.
What?
That probably didn't make sense, but that's kind of what I get with this. All that to say, I kind of, if I'm doing Khamrah, I feel like it's putting these two together and giving it a more fresh, uplifting scent with it, right? So all that to say, if you vibe with this, if you vibe with this, you are absolutely going to vibe with Sugar Leather, because that is what I get in this beautiful fragrance. Okay, let's get into the notes. So notes, we have caramel, cinnamon, leather, ladamon, and amorous. This is so beautiful. Again, it gives me apple cider, but you know, that cinnamon and the caramel, right? The caramel gives like this, that's that sweet part of this, but that cinnamon is so pleasant. And again, it does not give me potpourri, because sometimes cinnamon leans on, like, I'm thinking like the cinnamon sticks that are in the potpourri you know how what potpourri look like, or maybe what it used to look like. I haven't had potpourri in a minute up in this house, so if it still look like the way I thought it looked like back in the past, anyway, potpourri. We know what that looked like. Okay, girl. So it doesn't give me that vibe, right? Because sometimes cinnamon can lean me or take me to that moment of potpourri, and I don't like it. It's not my vibe, right? So this is so good. So wore it all day. It lasts on me. Did it project? It projected to me, and I feel like I would get compliments. Like if I was around people, I feel like this would be such a comforting scent that people would be like, oh my gosh, you smell so good. You smell delicious. You smell sweet. You smell like fall.
And she smells like heaven.
And I feel like I would get those type of compliments. I really feel like I would get compliments. Now, I would think somebody would have to be sitting maybe not very close to me, next to me, but they would have to be definitely in my bubble. You know, they would have to be around me. I don't know. Maybe if I walked past somebody, they would smell this, right? It would be one of those moments. I don't know if somebody it would announce my presence in the room. Like, I don't think that this would be like, she's here, the queen has arrived. Like, I don't think it would be one of those moments, but I could be wrong. I'm gonna test it outside. But when I tell you, inside, it was so good. And when I tell you, I just kept like melting in my seat. I just kept like, oh, I smell so good. And I kept melting in my seat. And it made me have really a pleasant day. And it made me excited for the fall season. Like, that's what it gave me. It gave me excitement for the fall season. I would absolutely highly recommend you get your beautiful nose or your beautiful pockets, okay, on this scent. It is so worth it. Okay, so if you've heard the girlies talk about it and you like, sis, I just don't know. Your sis is telling you the hype is real. This is so good. And this would actually pair really good with some of your fall body care. We can get into it. This is going to be an amazing scent for this season. Highly recommend. Let's get into the price. So for the price, we're talking about $120, and you can get this on Lucky Scent. So if you're looking to even get a sample, you can get a sample for a less cost on a Lucky Scent and see if you vibe with this. But $120 to me, with these prices that are going, honey, this is a really good buy, especially for the amount that you get for $120. Like, and it is so good, okay? So I cannot recommend this enough. Go ahead, try it. If you haven't, let us know in the comments. How do you feel? What's your thoughts on this? If you have these, are you like, sis, you like, is it a point to get this? To me, yes. Like, all of these are different to me. Like, they give me the same vibe, but they give me different experiences, okay? And so I'm just gonna go there. So if you have these two and you're like, sis, do I really need to add sugar leather? You do. And don't mind the leather part of it. Don't mind that. When I tell you, it is so much more. If you don't like leather and you're turned off by that note, do not steer away from this. Don't fear because of the leather note. You're like, oh, no, I don't like that. When I tell you apple cider, and it's sweet, sis, but it's not like heavy gourmand sweet, you're going to be really good. Like, love this for your life, okay? Moving on. Well, that is all, family. Honey, it's quite a story time. The story and the moral of the story, I liked it, okay? I liked it. Again, did not get compliments, but let me know your story. If you have worn this, I will wear this out. And I'll come back around and let you know what the outside world think, okay? Make sure you subscribe, give it a thumbs up, comment down below. Would love to get to know you and meet you. And hey, family, hey, make sure that you're good to yourself. Give yourself some grace. And if no one has told you that you are more than enough, yeah, your sis just did. Bye, family. I love you. Bye.